It's me, Jessica lwhor, and you're back with another Jess Talk. Now, before we get into today's episode, as always, make sure that you're streaming this podcast on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and more, plus subscribing and getting the notifications for my YouTube channel. Today's Jess Talk is all about manifestation. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention. Here I am walking down the street, seeing all the boys trying to take a peek. Shorts pulled up and chest out right. Come on, boys, just take a bite. Look but don't touch, spin it round and round. Crazy.
Okay, manifestation. Let's talk about it. I am a strong believer in energy. I'm a strong believer in the universe. That things happen for a reason, whether they be good, bad, ugly. I'm a strong believer in karma. I'm a strong believer in what your mind, the power of your mind, and what it means to put it out into the world, and what putting it out into the world means to be accountable coming back to you. So manifestation. I started getting really intense about manifestation probably 5 years ago. And even more so in the last 2 to 3 years. I didn't bring in mindfulness and motivation until a little bit later down the road, but manifestation, I think, stems from a certain level of confidence that doesn't transfer over into being delusional, and that's where the mindfulness comes in. Manifestation is your goals, aspirations, your mind, body, soul connecting, things that you want for your life, a level of happiness, a level of relationship connection that brings it to like a full circle. The more that you believe what you want to happen and that you're capable of having it, and the more that you convince yourself, quote unquote, that you're allowed and that having this whatever is okay to have in your life, the more realistic it becomes, the more confident you become, the more wrapped into the universe that it is. Put it out what you want to give back. And that's not just what, a goal. A goal of mine would be like, I want to travel to New York this year. Great, well let me put that out into the world. And I'm going to make this happen. What I say is what I'm going to make happen for myself. I'm not just going to say it and leave it. It comes with work. Manifestation comes with the work behind it. You can't just believe something is going to happen and sit and do nothing.
Yeah.
It's
like not going to fall out of the sky.
No, it's not. So, but if you sit there, and it's even when people, I started changing my language. When people would compliment me back in the day, and they would say, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty," I would respond with, "I don't think so, comma, but thank you." What the fuck response is that? It's that same mentality of saying, well, I am beautiful. I want to manifest my happiness to realize that I'm a beautiful, intelligent, worthy human that brings some kind of value to this planet, okay? But if I don't put in the work to actually change my mindset on it, and I don't manifest that I deserve to feel this way, it's never going to happen.
I have one thing to say. You better work, bitch.
There are some people that get way too comfortable in sitting in pettiness, sitting in anger, sitting in self-deprecation, sitting in bullying, sitting in the idea of tearing anything down and finding everything negative about it. And that, to me, is draining. I found myself doing that a lot in college, earlier on in my drag career as well, that I didn't necessarily feed off of it, like that wasn't my life, but I focused too much on those pieces. So what did I want to do? I wanted to change it. I wanted to manifest waking up happy, going to bed happy, feeling content in my life, that I am capable of reaching for the stars and that the stars will align to show me that it was worth the work that I put in.
Yeah.
And that's part of manifestation. And I think it is okay to have self-doubt. I think it's human to to have self-doubt or to feel negative about things or to be critical of others or whatever, but it's what you do with that.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away from what you're doing.
Yeah.
And to each their own. If your personality or if your happiness comes from being a bully or being negative or feeding off of something that is critical and that brings you joy, I guess more power to you. But let me tell you, I've learned, especially in my adulthood, that I will 100% put a boundary up and distance myself, and I've lost a lot of people because I cannot. It's talking critical shit with your friends and being like, hey, I just need to like vent about this really quick is different than beating a dead horse or whatever the phrase is. Like every time you're with them, they're an energy sucker. Every time you're with them, it's negative. Every time you're with them, they got some shit to say about somebody instead of just enjoying being in that moment. And why do I say all this? Because it comes back into that manifestation. I manifest being in a circle of people or having people in my life that have similar goals, whether we're in different jobs or different goals, but have goals, have aspirations, have a desire to better themselves, better their mind, body, and soul. I manifest the people in my life to be in that realm. They don't have to like the same things as me. We don't have to agree on everything, but I want people to feel like they have a purpose to better their mind, body, and soul. I manifest those people in my group. And I think that if you don't think that you're capable of doing it, when I started this idea of I wanted to manifest this, every single day I would look in the mirror and I would force myself to look naked at myself for 30 seconds to 5 minutes and stare at myself, say nice things about it. And it took about 9 months to a year for me to finally believe that my skin was beautiful, that my body was beautiful, that the way that I look is not a reflection of the value that I bring to the world, and that I want to look a certain way for myself. And when I feel good about myself, then I feel like that energy pushes out and it feels good about the people I'm with. Yeah. Small little things help to manifest. You want to travel the world, do the smallest goal, and you're like, well, I don't have the money. Stop saying I can't do this or I would like to do this. Figure out a step to make yourself get there. What are you doing to create the change that you say, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish I could be this, I wish I could think this way. What are you doing to get there? It's all about taking baby steps, slowly adding on until you get there and you believe it. Manifestation exists, it's powerful, and it's real. It's all about you. Everyone else can tell you and be the most encouraging, but it's your accountability for you, and you have to know what you're putting in to get it back. Wow, that was a really, really great Jess talk. If you have any other suggestions for things that you'd like to hear me talk about, comment below, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Attention the whore. Attention the whore. Attention the whore. Attention.